Hello! It's me, Adam. Welcome back to Scott's TCG. I've got a commented gameplay video for you earlier on. This was taken a couple of days ago at Locals. On the left is my friend Emma. She is playing Commandramon, and on the right is me playing Bloomlordmon. This was a really fun match. I'm excited for you to see it. So we're just shuffling up at the moment. Now you will see that in my deck that I do not have all of the Argamon eggs. Please forgive me. Locals were fine with it, so nothing to worry about there. But the place that I've ordered them from, they've still not arrived, so I'm trying to sort that out. But it's totally fine. Just ignore it. So we're kicking off. I believe that I'm going first. For my first turn? Yes. Alrighty, so we're hatching the Argamon and going straight into Mushroomon. Bloomlordmon focuses on flooding the board with lots of dudes and then killing in kind of 1 or 2 turns. And Commandramon, y'all know what Commandramon does by now. It also floods the board with lots of dudes and rushes them. So this is fun. So Emma evolves into a Commandramon and then plays Pride Memory Boost to play out a Hagurumon, trashing the rest. Hagurumon on play triggers to trash a Commandramon, draw 2, and I am on 1. So we are bringing out the Mushroomon and playing a Terriermon. I believe I didn't have the best opening hand in this game, so let's see what I can make of it. Passing to Emma's turn, she's swinging with the Commandramon, dies to a Chaosmon in security. She triggers the Pagamon first and hits a Kongu, so it goes down to the bottom, and then the Commandramon will whiff. Unfortunate, everything to the bottom, but the Commandramon then dies. She's swinging with the Hagurumon, hitting a Bloomlordmon in security, so that definitely dies. And then, what have we got? She's thinking about playing the Kazu, and yeah, oh no, goes for the Pride Memory Boost instead to play out the Blocker Commandramon and the rest of the trash. You can see she runs a lot of ultimate flares, which you will see happen later on. While that Terriermon's out on my field though, those memory boosts aren't doing anything, so I'm determined to keep that out as long as possible. Evolving into a Palmymon in the back that doesn't let people play anything by effects. Very normal. And then we are figuring out what we're going to do with our 2 memory. Leaving that in raising. Alrighty, evolving for 1 into Weedmon. Weedmon doesn't really do much other than being a 1-cost vegetation that I can spam out with Blossommon. And what are we thinking of doing? We are evolving for 3 into Agitaramon. Agitaramon lets you suspend a Digimon to play a Digimon, including itself. Emma's evolving into another Blocker Commandramon in the back, and then swinging with this one, hitting a Vegemon. Already down to 2 security. Commandramon doing what Commandramon does best. It is a struggle for a deck like mine to keep up. As I've got all of that security to go through, and then she puts me to 1 with a Kazu. The memory choking was very real in this match. It is one of the parts of the game. You do it as much as you can. And I am fully aware that she has Darkdramon plays, so I need to make sure that that memory, when I pass it to her, I try to memory choke as much as possible as well. So using Agitaramon to suspend Mushroomon to play a Palmon out, and then Palmon searches for a Vegetation and a Fairy, taking the Vegemon. It can also search Bloomlordmon, but I just didn't hit it there. Taking the Vegemon, and then with 1 memory, there's not a lot that we can do apart from keep Terriermon alive. I need to make sure that I only pass her 2 memory, so evolving into something like Blossommon would be a good shout for me here, if I have 1 in hand. I can't remember. I remember the outcome of this match, but I don't remember my intricate plays. What are we doing? We are thinking of evolving by the looks of it. Come on, governor, speed up. Okie dokie, we are swinging with Agitaramon. Okie dokie. Ah, right. So we are evolving into Bloomlordmon. Bloomlordmon's effect lets it suspend one Digimon. Agitaramon interrupts to gain a memory. And then Bloomlordmon gains one memory back for each suspended vegetation, plant, or fairy that I have out, and then it unsuspends itself. It gains +1 security attack and +2k for every 2 suspended Digimon I have out, and it gains piercing when it unsuspends by its effect as well. So it's a pretty strong Digimon. But as you will see, when we swing at security for 14k, we hit the Death Xmon, which kills us. Which is a bit gutting because now we need to start all over again, and we only have a bunch of level 3s out. We are now down to the same 2 life cards each. So for 1 into Red Vegemon, Mushroomon is evolving as well. Oh, maybe Mushroom. Yep, Mushroomon is evolving. Not into Blossomon, into Red Vegemon. Just a simple misplay there by mistake. Emma and I have been playing against each other in various card games for years, so it's fairly relaxed. Out comes Blocker Commandramon. Okay, what are we gonna do? What's she gonna do? She's considering the Ultimate Flare after she swings, maybe. Ultimate Flare would devastate the board here. Yep, here comes the Blocker swing. She's going to trash first. Adding a hidden potential to our hand, and here comes the Ultimate Flare. So she de-digivolves one thing 3 times. Being this, and then it wipes all the 3 costs or less, which gets rid of my board. So I may have 6 memory, but I do not have a lot to use it on. And because I know that she can Dark Drum on me, oh, there's the egg problem that we had. Oh, just ignore that. It's totally fine. Right, so we're hatching the Argamon. Again, not a lot we can do. We need to find a way to get a Terriermon out as well, so she can't get the Pride Memory boost. It is a bit of a struggle, especially because we don't have a Tamer out, so we can't force a hatch or anything like that either. My deck does play Shivamon, and Shivamon would have been absolutely delicious if I could have played it. But I couldn't, because I never saw it or was not able to go into it. Shivamon, of course, stops Ultimate Flares when everything on your side of the board is suspended, so you never know. Could have been good, but I don't think we see it in this matchup. So we are Digizorping into Cherrymon, which lets us redirect 1 attack into a suspended Digimon. Cherrymon is so good, I have upped the count in my deck, and yep, here comes the Terriermon. So she'll go to 3, but she will not be able to gain any memory back. So if she wants to Dark Drum on, it will cost her the full 13. Or she needs to get rid of my dude. Unfortunately, didn't have a level 3 I could bring out. Or put onto my Argamon rather, so it's here or there, I suppose. Swinging with a block of Commandramon. This is where I make a misplay. I was not thinking, and I just let the swing go through, thinking, okay, she might do some shenanigans. I should have redirected that attack into Cherrymon, and which would have killed the Commandramon. But basically what she's done is she's got a free swing in with no guarantee that my board would have been there next turn. So if she gets rid of this Cherrymon for any reason, then her guy stays alive. I 100% should have redirected this, and I thought about that after the game, but unfortunately did not have the forethought to think that far ahead. when I play in locals, my brain tends to get a bit fried relatively easily, and this was a couple of matches in, so by that point I was a bit fried. But it doesn't excuse the blatant misplays. I think that if I had redirected the attack, I would have been in a much better position, because as you can see, she's now got 2 swings next turn if I don't clear this Commandramon, which I can redirect 1 and keep the Terriermon alive, but I can't redirect 2. Unless I get another Cherrymon out for any reason. So here comes another Ultimate Flare, de-digivolving the Cherry and popping the Terrier. Weedmon stays because it's a 4 cost, not a 3 cost, which is something, I suppose. So let's see what we can do here. Evolving into Agitarmon for 3. Drawing 1. We are evolving in the back to Mushroomon. And I believe we can get up to some more Bloomlord shenanigans. But the problem is those 2 attacks. Not to mention that she will Dark Dramon me as soon as she gets the chance. So, suspending Agitarmon to play out the Sunflowmon. Then we are going to, I think I'm eyeing up the hidden potential that's in my hand. Maybe. We will see. No, we are Digizorping into Blossomon, and this was another misplay. Because I should have just evolved regularly or hidden potentialed. I'm now just trying to figure out things. We can still go into the Bloomlord for a 2 cost. After we draw, we unsuspend. And we've got 2 more security checks. Now, I swing here through the Commandramon with Piercing for 2 checks, and if I live, I can tap Mimi, bring out Mushroomon, and swing for game. However, we hit the Chikurimon, which de-digivolves our Blossomon, and that way, and Bloomlord, by doing that, loses the 2nd security check, meaning we do not have game on board. That is the only time I've ever seen a Chikurimon be in any way useful. But hey ho, I guess it is what it is. So yeah, we brought out Mushroomon. We can swing with Mushroomon if we want to. Means we have game next time, but unfortunately we still have 0 security, so we're going to hidden potential. Suspending Mushroomon and going into another Bloomlord. Yep, that makes sense. Unsuspending Bloomlord, gaining 3 memory, which is pretty good. We swing, hitting another Death Xmon, killing our Bloomlord, and by this point all hopes of winning have now deserted me because I've hit 2 Death X's and this Chikurimon in security. So, like, what can I do here? It's pretty bad. It's not the best solution, is it? So, yep. We will evolve into Red Vegemon, and then if I had 1 more memory, I could have evolved into a level 5 and then evolved into another Bloomlord or Shiva or maybe something to stop the blatant disrespect that Bloomlord's having. But no, I scoop it up because I can't deal with the Commandramon that's in Raising. So we will go on to game 2. Just gonna sort all the eggs. So just while we're shuffling up and getting all the eggies ready and stuff like that, how is this? Do you like the commentary? We posted one a couple of days ago with just some chill lo-fi beats in the background. I've always kind of preferred that. Like I watch a lot of Digimon matches just as part of my sort of relaxation time, and I'm not the biggest fan of the shop background noise. Like, first of all, you hear things being said sometimes that you're like, that doesn't seem appropriate for YouTube, especially if there's kids watching. Not that Digimon is a kids card game, but come on, kids watch this stuff. But also then, like, it's just noisy and it feels noisy. I much prefer just watching it and then listening to something else in the background. So that's why I put like the lo-fi beats on for that video. But we can I can also do this commentary and commentate over the video, so let me know how that goes. I think I'm gonna try and do a mix of both, and we'll kind of see what the response is from that. But yeah, so we're setting up for game 2. I lost, so I am choosing to go first again, I believe. Having a look at my hand, what have we got to work with? We're going into a Palmon, and then we are going into a red Vegemon to put Emma on 1. She'll flip that Pagamon, she'll hatch that Pagamon, she'll go into the Commandramon. Oh, and then she draws the Death X, so oh, she's got a Death X in her hand. And she gives me 1 back in return by playing out that Commandramon. Go into Agitaramon. I would have preferred to bring out that and go into a Digizorped Cherrymon to stop an attack, but not really. So this time Commandramon doesn't whiff, and it does bring out another guy. This is why we want the Palmumons to be out, so it can stop the play by effects, hitting into a green memory boost and security, so that's good for me next turn at least. And Kazu putting me back to 1. The memory choking still going on. Ooh, out comes Agitaramon, and Agitaramon is going to suspend itself. Is it? Oh, maybe it's not. It's going to crack green memory boost first, suspend itself to play out Palmon, which then searches a vegetation. And I'm going to be taking Sunflowmon, seems like a good option here. Palmumon's also a good option. And no, yep, okay, taking the Palmumon. Stops things being played by effects, which is pretty good. Yep, Palmumon 2-hand. Letting Emma read it so that she knows what it does. And then we're going into Sunflowmon. Sunflowmon's when Digivolving skills, it can suspend a green Digimon to play out a green Digimon. It basically, like, they're all the same, like Vegetation, Fairy, Plant, things like that. So playing out another Blossomon, and then Digizorping into... No, sorry. Playing out a Sunflowmon, Digizorping into Blossomon. Which is super nuts that I could just get a free level 5 out like that. And then are we going into an early not Lord Nightmon, that's the mat. I think we're going to be going into the Bloomlord. No, we're going into Nidhogg. So Nidhogg evolves for 5, it Digibursts 4, and then it suspends everything 5k or less, then bottom decks them. So that Nidhogg's going to sit there, and because it can't be de-Digivolved anymore, it's just going to be annoying, because I don't think Emma has any way of getting rid of it. So it basically just puts her on a clock that she has to win a bit quicker, but it's just going to sit there, pretty much. Right. So we've got a decent board, but unfortunately Emma has a Death X in her hand, so if she wants to, that board can pretty much just go bye-bye. So Death X is coming down for a reduced cost, I believe. So it costs 11, so I should go to 5 or 7 or 6, I don't know. I don't know what it was on before, and if I rewind the video I need to mess with the recording. If you've watched this video so far and you happen to be able to leave a comment, leave the comment honeycomb, just so I know. Just so I know you guys have watched this. If not, I can't, I'm not your mum. So that Death X is now going to just start popping my guys, so I need to be able to deal with it. I do have a way of dealing with it that I just drew into my hand, I believe. But we still need to keep our guys going, and we do have enough memory that we can just muck about with a little bit. And still continue to set up. So we're going to swing with Nidhogg, revealing an ultimate flare which does nothing, because Nidhogg cannot be digivolved. And then we are going to Grandel Sol for a cost of 8, which suspends a Digimon, then bottom decks a Digimon. Alrighty. And then, did I play out a Palmon? I looked away for a second there, and now I'm confused. Alright, okay, so she's swinging with Commandramon, triggering Kazu, discarding, drawing, then discarding. And then it is a Blossom on Insecurity, so that dies. 2 checks to 4 left. And she has got a fair bit of memory because of the Nidhogg. No, because of the Grandel Sol. Grandel Sol does have a reduced cost if I've got more than 2 suspended guys in play, but I did not at the time. So she was going to Iron Fisted Onslaught me, but chose not to. So instead, just choking me to 1 memory. We are Digizorping into a Cherrymon. And 1 memory is not a lot. We are playing Samedi Santi to suspend our Nidhogg, to suspend the Commandramon, which doesn't unsuspend during Emma's next turn. Samedi Santi is a very good option card, especially when it comes to suspending cross heart tamers and things like that. And of course, having it be hit in security is also pretty good. So passing our 1 memory, and Sunflowmon would have drawn me a card when something suspends my Digimon by effect. And then it is Emma's go. She goes to 2. Kazu giving her that 1 extra memory. Not enough for a Darkdramon, but still enough to do some things with. Evolving to Commandramon. You can see my watch going off. Good. Very good. Is she considering the ultimate flare? Oh, yes, she's de-digivolving my guy all the way back down to the dog, and then that goes bye-bye, so it's just Nidhogg out again. So she's got 3 potential swings. Oh, the Argamon issues come back. Getting that fixed. What's on the cards? So Nidhogg's going to swing into that Commandramon, clears that swing off. Then we are going to evolve into the Chaosmon for 6. Chaosmon unsuspends, and then it gets to swing an unsuspended Digimon, which will be the Nanimon with piercing. Getting into a Sealsdramon. I think my hand is just pretty bad. Oh no, we've got a Palmon. That Palmon on deletion suspends a 5k or less. It's pretty good while we don't have the Palmumon. And then the Doggo, the Terrier Doggo comes out and she gains a memory. Commandramon hitting into a green memory boost. What is she considering? Looks like an Iron Fisted Onslaught maybe, or another Commandramon. All she really needs to do is swarm the board. And just make it so that I can't win next turn. Yep, here comes the Iron Fisted Onslaught, killing off the Chaosmon. So we've still got Doggo, still got Plant, we've got a decent bit of memory to work with. Can we bring this game back from the edge of annihilation? For a Digisorption deck, 6 memory is kind of more like 9 or 10, so is there anything that we can do about it? And we've got the green memory boost as well. Alrighty, I'm just considering my options. Palmon is coming out. Evolving to Red Vegemon for 1, drawing a card. Let's see what else have we got. Agitarmon maybe, Cherrymon. 1, 2, 3. I was gonna say he. Well, he is in past me, just seeing how much memory I've got to work with. So we've got Agitarmon. Agitarmon is potentially going to suspend itself for some spamming shenanigans. The annoying thing is that Terrariumon is one of the only things protecting us from Darkdramon, so we cannot get rid of it under any means. It is a sitting duck for any ultimate flares, etc., but we want to force Emma to play that herself as opposed to us walking into one. I'm just counting out what memory that I need in order to make this play, so I'm going to crack that green memory boost. I'm going to suspend Agitarmon to play out a guy, I believe. Playing out the Palmon, so now neither of us can play Digimon by effects. So I can't Blossomon for any reason. I couldn't do another Agitarmon while that's on play. I can pay the cost to suspend, but I can't do anything else. Go into the Bloomlord for 4. Suspending Palmon and then gaining 2 memory back and unsuspending. Agitarmon also gains me a memory. And then we're going to be swinging, I believe. See, this is where I want Hydramon in the deck. EX3 is not out yet for us, and I really, really desperately need it in the deck. So we are going to swing at Commandramon with Piercing, Security Attack +1, 14k. If we can let this swing go through, we will be in a good position after she triggers her effects. Got a Hagurumon, and yet again, another Death X-Mon. That is the third one that's been in security so far, and every single time Bloomlord has died to it. Feels incredibly unfair, but that is the nature of the game, because Emma's security could also just be filled with Commandramons, which would not, pose a threat. So it's alright. It's what happens, isn't it? Anyway, so I've got 2 guys out. We're just going to play another Palmon. And I think it was my intention here just to flood the board. I'll play Samadi Santi to suspend that Commandramon and Memory Choke Emma. Now I am an ultimate flare target waiting to happen. So we'll see if that's what happens. If she doesn't ultimate flare me, I am in a good position to win next turn. But we can see, I believe she has it in her hand. Yep. So here it comes. Here comes the boy. The boy that murders all my children. It's a bad time. So I don't think there's much left that I can do here. I'm drawing for turn, hatching a proxy. I think she's commenting on how many proxies are. I do have 2 of them. I just need 1 more. 2 more. And they're on their way. Leave me alone. It's fine, I promise. I'm going to play out the Vegemon. Digizorp into something, I'm guessing, if I'm making a play like that. it does feel nuts that I could just get a level 5 out for what is essentially a 3 cost. Now Emma has 2 swings. Oh, we're going into the Argamon, the one that's limited to 1. If it wasn't limited to 1, oofed, this deck would be even more nuts. I think this deck is really good. And then we're playing out the Cherrymon, so we can redirect 1 attack, but we can't redirect 2 attack. So we can redirect 1, so that's what I'm going to do. So that Commandramon will die. But we are missing the doggo, the terrier boy. So that Commandramon dies. She'll swing with the second Commandramon. It's a Mimi, a bit too little too late. And there's the Darkdramon. So well done, Emma. 2-0 to her. I just wanted to show off both decks. I think this was a really fun match. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you next time. Bye for now.